time no see. I hope you're all well and doing what you ought to. Wear those masks, as my friend Marcy says. Masks are the new jewelry, so I hope you're all wearing them. And I hope you've all been well. I have been absent for a while. I have just been super, super busy. We had declared that June was going to be the month that we cleaned up our house, cleaned out our house. And so June crept along and we were having a good time, and then we suddenly thought, time to clear out some stuff. So I will not have achieved the whole house, which had been my hope, but I will have cleared out some stuff. And we had old wood cedar shakes on our house, and we had to replace one side of the roof a few years ago. And my husband kind of dangled this thing that if we have to replace the other side at some point, we would like to put some dormer windows up there so the attic would become more of a usable space. So I have been trying to clear out stuff with a view to, maybe we'll get some dormer windows someday. So it's just been crazy. We've just been clearing stuff out and working hard, and the garden suddenly blossomed, and so that needed work, and we've just been enjoying having two of our kids home and spending time with them. And so thank you so much to all the people who commented and said, "Where are you? Are you okay?" I'm fine. And I hope you are too. So I have not done a whole lot of stitching. I think that was another thought in my head, was like, I don't really have a lot to show you people. And then I thought, well, I do have some things, so I'll show you what I've been doing. And also I think I was thinking, well, people are having to go back to work now, and so maybe there's not quite the same need to be entertained and see other people's stash, but that's always fun, whether you're working or not, so I'll just carry on. So the first couple things I did finish were Lady Martha Washington. And sorry for the big line, I didn't iron her. And I actually did George as well, because I thought, well, heck, I got to do him as well. So I've got the two. And then my plan is to dye coffee them, dunk them in some coffee. One viewer wrote and said, get a paintbrush and you have much more control. You dip your paint into the tea or the coffee and sort of blotch with a little bit more control. So I think I might try that. I did finish this. Maybe I did more than I realized. Little House Needleworks. This is the last one of the pattern. ABC samplers. And I finished it. So let's see what I can put behind it. This, maybe. There it is. All done. I wasn't sure about the border. Maybe I chose colors that were too dark or something, but I'm happy with it. And I'd like to get this one framed, I think, or try and frame it myself. I've been trying to clean up the attic, as I said, and I did find a frame up there, which I think might work for that. So that's kind of exciting. And then I finished Kathy Barrick, Bird's Eye View. I shouldn't have this in the plastic so you can see better. I did it in DMC, and a long time ago I had said I was going to do this one, and somebody said to me, it's not going to look the same as the NPI silks, and that's true. And also because I did it on this buttercream linen, Lakeside buttercream linen. It's quite yellow, so I might tea and coffee dye this one as well, but I'm quite happy with how that turned out anyway. I did this on 40 count, so it's quite small. But I like it. I think that's gorgeous, even, not even with the DMC, but I like it. I did pick up, just recently, I picked up my, what's this called? It is Brick House Sampler, Brenda Gervais. And I don't know why I stopped working on that, because I absolutely love working on it, and I was very nearly finished. So I did a little more of the vine down below, and I have a few more letters. I mean, I have some other little things here and there, but if I focused on this, it really shouldn't take me long. And there's something delicious about using this linen. It's 46 count beach walk. And it's like sewing on a very dense piece of cloth, and it just feels really good. I don't know how to explain it. I just like it. And if I take, as I said, if I take my glasses off, I can see up close like that. So it's funny because my husband and I are going for walks in the morning, and so I wear my contacts then, and then I come home and I think, well, I probably want to stitch. So I take my contacts out, and then I'm like, oh. Anyway, I did one more key on this too. This is the long time ago SAL with Barb and Leanne of Lost and Floss. It's Shakespeare's Peddler, Antique Locks and Keys. And I've got that much done. So I have a variety of projects. I also got in the quilting mood, and I did another mini quilt. So that kept me busy for a little while. And it's all quilted. I even put the binding on, which is what I'm terrible about. I'll do the whole thing. Sometimes I'll have them quilted, but this one I actually just quilted myself on my machine. If I'd had more time, I could have hand quilted it because I enjoy that. I love the feeling of the needle gliding through the fabric. I think it's such a tactile thing, sewing and quilting. It's like a form of meditation. I've said that before. But this one I just did on the machine, and I'm very happy with it. It's one of those Kim Deal mini whatnots I subscribe to through Fat Quarter. And speaking of Fat Quarter, I'm going to participate in some more of their SALs. What am I doing? Starting in July, I'm going to do the one, I'll have to put pictures in of their teasers because I think they're both mystery. One of them's going to be a block of the month from Laurie Holt with Prim, country Prim motifs, and I thought, well, that's right up my alley. I'll try that one. Plus, I'm going to try using this Orifloss, which I have never stitched with before, and I thought, oh, it's fun to try new threads. And I think with this, you're supposed to, it comes on a spool and it's 6 strands, and I think you're supposed to use 3 of them because it's slightly thinner than DMC. I don't know, I'll find out. Or I should go back and look it up, but that's what my intention is anyway. And I'm going to do it on the Laurie Holt vintage cloth 25 Count Lugana Prim. And this is being run through Fat Quarter Shop. If you have questions or you want to learn more about it, just go to their website. And the other one I'm going to do is the mystery Christmas one, because I figured Christmas in July, and they sent out a teaser of what the first pattern looked like and what it might look like, and I thought, oh, that's cute. I think I'll do that one. So I'm going to do both of those. Excited about that. And I think I have my fabric somewhere for the Christmas one. I have to find it because July is coming faster than you know. I picked a winner for the giveaway. It was the Prairie Schooler Village. And the winner is Carolyn King, Carolyn, Carolyn King. And she gave me a very nice comment and said she'd grown up on a farm and would love to stitch the village. And so I'm happy, Caroline, that you won. Carolyn, I think it's Carolyn. Carolyn. I always mess that up. My friend Carolyn DeLong, who owns Just Cross Stitch in Limerick, I have to, before I go in the shop, every time I have to say Carolyn, Carolyn, Carolyn. It's like some sort of a switch goes off in my brain. And if your name is Caroline, I'll call you Carolyn. If your name is Carolyn, I'll call you Caroline. It's almost like an ornery. I don't know what my problem is. But please forgive me, all you Carolyn Carolines. It's just a little problem I have. I did a tiny bit of work on Quaker Sewing Tray, which is another gorgeous Brenda Gervais pattern. And where am I with that one? I'm pretty nearly finished this, I think. Not much left to do. This little motif in the corner and, you know, just a couple of things like that. So that should finish up soon. And was there one more? Yes, American Farmhouse, excuse me, Scarlet House, is frustrating me. For some reason, it's quite a straightforward pattern, and I keep messing up. I don't know what, I do know what my problem is. Here's my new problem. I discovered late in the game, I think in March, when we went out to Ohio and we were babysitting my cousin's dogs. Oh, I got a story to tell you too. We discovered this TV show on HGTV called Home Time, which I know Buckeye Stitcher likes. And I adore that show. I just love it. They take it's a young couple, and they're both so talented, and they want to fix up all the old houses in their town, little town in Mississippi, that they have these old sort of historic houses, and some of them are quite crumbly, and it's just delightful. And their personalities are just very down to earth and friendly, and makes you want to move to Laurel, Mississippi, except for the weather. It seems to rain there a lot. But anyway, the other thing I love about them is they have a reverence for history. So if a house has some neat old stuff, they want to reclaim that. They don't want to just tear it down or build a new house. They want a house with character, and they try and preserve as much of that if they can. And if they have to take a wall down, they try and reuse the wood if it's nice old wood and stuff like that. So they're really enjoyable to watch. I just love them. And I can't stitch while it's on. And we've just been plowing our way through. We're up to season 4 now, I think. So we might be running out of episodes soon, because I think they're just about to film season 5. But I can't sew and watch, because normally my stitching, I look up every so often and I'm stitching, and especially if my husband has something on that I don't particularly care for. And this I want to watch every single second. I want to see what the house looked like before. I want to see the process as they rip it down. I want to see what they find and what they're going to save and how they're going to save it and their ideas for fixing things up. And it has spurred me on to clear out more stuff in our house. Like, we have a wall in our living room that is stone, but years ago it was in very bad shape, and my grandfather just put it was very nice quality paneling, but it is paneling, and he just put paneling up on the walls. We're thinking we'd like to take that down and have the wall pointed and just have the stone inside the living room, which I think would be lovely. So I'm looking around getting all these ideas. So I think that was my problem. I was trying to work on the farmhouse, the stitching farmhouse, and I kept making mistakes because I was counting wrong. So that's all I've done of it. I think I finally got the windows in the right place and the door in the right place, and I can proceed. And I think as I told you, I am going to change the colors. I saw somebody finish this as charted, and it was really very attractive. Like, they used the grays and the browns and the tans for the quilts, and it looked lovely. But I think on mine I'm going to blue it up a little to go with the flag. Although you could say that's a neat contrast to have the flag be the red, white, and blue, and then have these be the grays and tans and stuff. But I think I'm going to make the whole thing have a blue going through it. That's what I think. I don't want to go into my stash until I say something about Country Cabin Farms and her delightful daughter, McKenna, started a hashtag on Instagram, Kindness Challenge. A lot of people have taken up the challenge and are posting, things to think about kindness and consideration and stuff like that. And so thank you, Country Cabin Farms and McKenna. And if you post something on there, use the hashtag Kindness Challenge and tag, at Country Cabin Farms and at McKenna.esh99, and let them know that you've taken up the challenge. I haven't posted anything myself, but I have delighted in reading all the other things that other people have posted. And, I try and really take a moment to pause and think deeply about what each one says, and hopefully try and incorporate that in my life. One story I will tell you is that my friend who owns the shop where I used to help her out, I haven't been going in because she really doesn't need me. She doesn't have a lot of traffic. And, Pennsylvania just opened up on Friday the 26th. Today is Sunday. So it must be the 28th of June. And that means you can go places, there's like, you're allowed 50% capacity. You're supposed to wear a mask. And my friend Debbie owns the shop. I hope she doesn't mind me telling you the story, but a woman came in and didn't have a mask on. And Debbie said, could you please put a mask on? And the woman gave her a horrible time. And I said, Debbie is a very gentle, non-confrontational person. And I was fuming. I was like, did you say to her, I have a 99-year-old mother and whom I love very dearly, and I would like to protect her life. Thank you very much. Put your mask on. I mean, I've seen people interviewed on television. It just floors me. And they're saying, I woke up in America. It was a free country. I can do as I like. I'm like, yeah, you can, but do you not understand that your mask is protecting other people? If you want to risk your own life, go to it. But if you have any love or compassion or consideration for your fellow man, put a mask on and protect them, because it's the other people you're protecting when you wear a mask. Anyway, excuse me. Thus endeth Valerie's soapbox sermon. Breathe. I'm going to pause 1 second and get something. Last time I did a video, I guess this was visible in the background, and I always get questions on it. It is a pattern that was in a cross-country stitching magazine, which was put out by Jeremiah Junction. It is called Fractor Welcome, and it was in the March-April 2004 issue. So if you're looking for it on eBay, I've seen it. It pops up. I think they actually kitted it at one point or released the pattern separately, but it was definitely in the March-April 2004 Jeremiah Junction cross-country stitching magazine. So that's what you're looking for. And I changed the words in the spirit of inclusion. And I remember I did a quiz. I tried to see if anybody could figure out what I did, but I took out a word. Let's see. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. I think it said to those who are the called, and I just took the out because I figure we're all God's children. So there we go. Another soapbox moment. With me, you're going to be sorry you tuned in. You're going to be like, oh, I wish she would go away and stay away permanently. All right, what should we do next? We will do a little bit of the stash dive. We will finish that one box that I had started a long time ago. I think it's been nearly a month. I have something else to tell you exciting. Another reason we're clearing up. In fact, I'm dressed in my cleaning clothes, and I'm a sweaty mess because we have a friend and neighbor who has a little puppy. I think he's only about 3 months old. No, wait. Maybe a little older than that. But anyway, she is going to the shore with her parents and cannot take the puppy. And we are getting to puppy sit for a week. So I am so excited. And it's like having a grandchild. I am running around the house like puppy proofing. Like my kids leave their shoes all over right as soon as they come in. They kick them off. So there are all these shoes that could be chewed. And, they plug in their phones and everything. There are plugs all around the house. And I think that, I don't want them chewing wires and stuff like that. So I am going around puppy proofing, which is a very exciting task. So there's a lot of joy in our house in anticipation. Puppy arrives tonight and we get him for a week. I think I got as far as, this was like a miscellaneous basket. And I got as far as things that look like samplers, I think was the last thing I was doing. Sampler style. I hope I'm not starting spot. There may be some repeats if I am, which I hope I'm not, but I think I'm on to seasonal. And I gotta get the ones I dropped. Hold on. Okay, seasonal patterns. First up is Lizzie Kate Spring Smalls. Very cute. I always wanted to do this long one and then maybe one of the other ones. Summer smalls. Winter smalls. Must have autumn somewhere. Who knows? Plum Street samplers. Hello Spring. You've seen all these. Hello Summer. I should do that one soon. Mani Dodonna seasonal pincushions. Those are nice. The winter has a cardinal and a deer with big antlers. Spring has a bunny and looks like berries. Summer has sunflowers. Autumn has pumpkins. It's very cute. Okay, Summertime by Abby Rose Designs. Primavera in Provence, Provenza. Primavera in Provenza, Sarah Giramani. This I bought to commemorate when we took our trip to Provence. And you do see all the lavender fields. It's fantastic. Waxing Moon Designs, Love Sweet Love. Good Valentine's one. Another trio from Waxing Moons. Heartstring Samplery, V is for Valentine and Valerie. Plum Street Chocolate Hearts, another Valentine one. Very cute. Wordplay, all the word plays, you know all these, you've seen them all 100 times, but I'll just flash them up really quick. This is Brenda Gervais with a Needle and Thread, October, November, December, even have the jingle bells in there, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I think people, for the most part, do them as charted. I have thought about monkeying around with the colors, just because looking at some of the pictures, they look a little dull, but I imagine when you pull the floss, they are gorgeous, because I think when people show pictures of ones they've completed, I'm like, oh, I really like it in the colors they chose, and then it seems like they just followed the chosen colors, the suggested colors. So I don't think I need to play around with colors, but I'll see when I get to doing them. Plum Street Samplers, Summer Salt Boxes. You know, I think I've talked about this before. I've seen different ways that people do this. Sometimes they do them with the Polaroid off, the Polaroid effect. Sometimes they put the Polaroid effect on. Sometimes they'll do a grouping of like 4 of them, or I'm not sure how I want to do them yet, so they languish. Blue Flower, Winter Acorns. In my acorn obsession. Blue Flower, Winter Squirrel, although I will tell you I am furious with the squirrels because they are, I think we had a very mild winter and we've got so many this year. Normally they just frolic around, I think they're cute, but this year they've been particularly aggressive, eating all our bird seed. And one of them, we were watching TV the other night, and one of them was like up on the window. How? He was trying to climb into a bird feeder, and he sort of put his little face in our window like that. It was quite something. Blue Flower Spring Acorns. Lila Studio Seasons, Autumn, Spring, Summer, Waxing Moon, Spring House Trio, Summer House Trio, Waxing Moon Designs, Autumn House Trio. Again, I'm not sure how I want to do these. Like, do I want to do a scene with all the different months? Do I want to keep them separate? Do I want to make separate pillows? Don't know. Winter House Trio. New York Dreamer Springtime. I know I'm going pretty fast on this, but I got lots of cleaning to do and I don't want to bore you. Wintertime. New York Dreamer. Summertime, Winter Dreamer. All right, then we go on to a new category, which I think is country. I'm not sure. Needle Bling Design Sunflower Barn. Little House Needleworks The Old Red Barn. Who doesn't love a barn and sunflowers? Star Quilt, it's called. Teresa Kogut. Love that. I could see doing a hooked rug like that. I think she probably has it as punch needle as well. And we're on to a new category. Unless I already did that. Oh, you know what? The rest of this box is punch needle. So, do you want to see punch needle designs? How much time? I'll show you the punch needle designs. I forgot I had put punch needle in the back of this. Well, if you're not interested, bye-bye. Hope you're well. Hope everything's skimming along for you. My daughter has heard from college that they are intending to bring them back a little bit early in August, a little bit earlier than they had originally intended. And then they're going to have them work flat out, no breaks, no fall break, no parents' weekend, just work, work, work. And then when it's time to come home for Thanksgiving, they will send them home and they will stay home until beginning of February. So, like, they'll come home for Thanksgiving, they'll do their exams from home, and then go back to start the new term as long as everything is well. In February. And then the same thing, no spring break. They'll just work straight through until May when they get out for the year. It'll be a very different experience. You know, they're going to have to be socially distanced. They have to wear masks. A lot of kids won't be able to be there. You know, if you have a compromised immune system or you live overseas, probably can't come. So there will be people who are doing online classes. So not everyone will be on campus. Of course, there'll be more kids on campus because all the overseas exchange programs have been canceled. So all the kids who were going to go will be there. So I think it's one of those things they just consider all the options and make the best decision they can with the information they have and then hope for the best. And, you know, they have to be flexible. If they get all the kids to school and there's an outbreak of virus and they have to send them home, then they'll have to send them home. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed and playing it by ear, hoping the kids are sensible. All right, punch needle designs. Here is a buttermilk basin one called Frosty. And there's also, what's this one called? Patriotic Winter Mitten. And Santa. Those three. I forgot I had those. I got a whole bunch of stuff in here that's not really cross stitch. Because here is Gooseberry Hill Redwork Christmas quilt pattern. Which I guess I was going to do at some point. Snow filler bowl days all through the night. These come, they have pre-printed backgrounds, and then you just do the wool applique in the front. They wouldn't take a second to stitch up. I should do them. I can't believe I think I bought this at Keepsakes last summer, and then I've never done it. Yep, Keepsakes. Holly Jolly Snowman. This is actually a Brenda Gervais punch needle pattern. Very cute. Teresa Kogut Harvest Dress. Very cute little pumpkin woman with wings. This one's called Crow House, another Teresa Kogut punch needle. Starry Night, little kitty cat with pumpkin blanket. This is With a Needle and Thread Wool Pocket. It's just called Wool Pocket, but it's got a little sheep on it. And it says wool at the top. It's very cute with the little penny rug things. Here's another With a Needle and Thread. I think this was an old one. Partridge in a Pear Tree. It's 2010. But she may have it available on her website, Country Stitchers, I think it's called. Just look up Brenda Gervais With a Needle and Thread store or something. Another one, With a Needle and Thread, Oh Christmas Tree. Liz Matthews is doing a lot of these tree shape too, which I love. I think I fell in love with this 2010 because I thought it was so cool that it was in that different shape. So I'm glad that Liz is doing more. With a Needle and Thread, Silent Night. It's a little stocking, a little winter scene. That would be tiny. That might be a little bit tricky to punch in. I love this guy. I think Chelsea did him. Priscilla and Chelsea. Threads That Bind. Prize Pumpkin. Again with the little penny rug motif. Home Tweet Home with a Needle and Thread. I went crazy for these in 2010. These are all 2010. With a Needle and Thread, the Homestead Sampler. This one would be tricky. This is 2011. I guess this is just the frame, but then this part's all punch needle. Threads That Bind, Shepherd Shade. Two sheep under a willow tree, which is nice. I wonder where I got this. Here's a felt project. Sorry. Indigo Junction, some little ornaments for the tree. I think I like the pear and the heart. Thought they were kind of interesting looking. All Through the Night. These are wool applique. It's called Itty Bitty Pumpkin Patch. I gotta do these. They're very funny. I like them. Here's another punch needle. This is Karen Amadio Gates, Folk Art Designs, Punch Needle Miniatures, Peaceable Kingdom, The Lamb and the Lion. And one more Karen Amadio Gates, Hands to Work, Hearts to God. I've always loved that thing. Oh, I actually started this one. It needs a bit of work. From the back, you'd think I did it. Oh, from the back, it looks okay. The front needs some definition. I need to go over those lettering so you can actually read it. This is the very first one I ever did. I think this is my learning piece. But I need to make it so you can read it. So it's more like that. But anyway, that's it, folks. I will try and come back before a month passes again. We're going to be busy with puppy dog. July is my birthday month, so I am hoping to do some fun things. I would love to take a trip out to Lancaster and take some quilts out there to be framed and just drive around. I just love driving around out there. Everything else has been canceled. I had a retreat I was going to go to. We were going to go on vacation the beginning of August. Canceled. We were supposed to be going to Canada for that, and of course, we are not allowed to travel to Canada right yet now. They may rescind that at the end of July, but our friend had put the deposit down, and he was afraid of losing it, so we said, no, let's just put it off. We'll put it off for a year. So, I'm trying to think. I know there were probably other things I was going to talk about. Mine like a sieve. So think of me, I'm just going to be cleaning and clearing out and getting ready for a little puppy. But I hope you've all been stitching. I hope that you're well. I hope you're staying safe. And I hope we all spread kindness as much as we can every day. So I wish you all good things. Bye.